and welcome to Misery Loves Mandy with Matty Chymbor.
Hey, happy birthday. I'm her boyfriend. Don't get any fucking ideas. Sorry.
We're doing a birthday episode. We talked about birthday weekly wieners.
Yes.
We talked about
Birthday parties, birthday cake, birthday traditions.
Or are they secrets?
Ooh.
Or surprises. Surprises.
Well, they could be secrets. Some of them should be secrets.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please subscribe. I'm trying to grow my subscribers. I just got monetized, so thank you guys so much for getting me this far. That's a birthday present by itself, but I need more. More.
Watch the whole episode and tell us what happens in the last 5 minutes.
If you leave it running on your computer screen, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just share it for my birthday. Like it. Leave a comment. I appreciate all of you who have been with me. We're almost to episode 100, so it's been a wild ride.
Yes.
Check out the Patreon and enjoy.
Enjoy.
Rolling. That would have really tapped into today.
They missed out.
He said it's either. We'll let him know.
Yeah, we'll let you know if you stay tuned till the end of the episode. Stick around. Leave a comment below.
Oh man, we're celebrating. This is a big day. I'm just kidding.
It is Mandy's It's your birthday eve.
This will come out the day before my birthday.
Oh, so it's your birthday eve.
It's my birthday eve.
Yay. 21.
Oh wait, this will come out 2 days before my 21st
so your
birthday.
Eve.
Eve. It's my birthday eve.
I don't like when people do that with Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. You're like, relax.
I've never said Christmas Eve. I've never heard that.
You have never heard that?
No.
Wow.
You can't even Eve.
You can't even Eve. Jerry. It's a Seinfeld episode.
That is. He's dating a girl that Eve's an Eve, and that's
too
much.
And then he breaks up with her.
Too much. Oh, man, this is good.
It's good wine.
I love going to the grocery store and getting an expensive bottle of wine that's on sale.
Life hack. Nothing like getting an expensive bottle of wine with a giant clearance sticker on it.
that won't come off.
Yeah, I love the clearance section at grocery stores might be my favorite part of that whole store.
I introduced you to that.
No, you did not. All right, I've had people take credit for other things. For Christ's sake, you don't think I've ever gone in that area?
I feel like I started going.
Mandy.
And then now you love going.
The fact that you're saying this to me right now, knowing how much I love grocery stores, is mind-blowing. That's like me going with you to the gym being like, I showed you those dumbbells, right? And you're like, no, you didn't.
I thought that I introduced you to that section. I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
Well, it's the birthday girl is always right. Okay.
I'm definitely not.
Every time I'm in that section, though, I kind of want to be like, I'm not poor.
That's really funny.
I just want to let people know. I'm always there in gym clothes and like mix match socks.
Yeah.
And, I'm looking at seasoning packets. Yeah, they always put these bottles and they have giant clearance. You're like, that's a lot they took off.
Yeah, don't put the sticker. This one didn't make it to the back of the building yet. It was in the wine section.
Oh, that's good.
So it wasn't tagged yet.
It's interesting. Why would wine be on clearance? Like, you'd think the longer it goes, the more the price should go up. That's weird.
Yeah, you should. That would make more sense, but it's good. Try a sip.
I will. I wasn't going to drink.
It's my birthday
I've been on a
celebration.
Bender. I'm going to drink later. I just figured it's 11 a.m.
I've had a really rough day, so I'm ready to drink now.
That is very good.
I wanted to talk about
There's notes of oak and clearance. Yeah, you had a rough day.
But not too much clearance.
No, just enough.
Just enough.
Just enough to make it taste better.
This legit might be some of the best wine
Martin's
I've ever had.
Rake.
Martin's Rake.
Shout out to Martin.
Ooh, it's really old. It's a 2023. No wonder why it's on sale.
Jesus Christ. Probably mold in that piece of shit.
I once had a white bottle of wine that I think was 20 years old.
A white bottle of wine.
White. And I think that was past good, but I drank it because it was
expired, but
quarantine.
yes. This food is past good.
Smell it to see
Mandy's
if it's
from the
past
South.
good.
Anyways, what about it?
I lived.
Oh, it tasted like weird.
It did taste weird.
When wine goes bad, it typically it turns to vinegar. That's what happens to it. My stepdad used to make wine. Did I tell you that?
No.
Him and his buddies would every year they would make red wine and get together and they would do this, that, and the other. Which, I mean, there's a bunch of processes, but one is smashing the grapes and you put it in a barrel, then you let it ferment. And it was always funny because when it was bottling day, he would come back and there'd just be a ring of or purple around his mouth. And I'm like, how much made it to the bottles? And I just imagine drunk guys just like, they were just chugging it from the hose.
I would love to have wine. Also, don't forget, man, you got your own camera now. We have third.
I'll have to stare at you. Nice.
I know. I just mean, you're so used to that one. We've got this one.
I know.
Going
We got 3K.
now. Hey.
We got one more. No,
Woo!
we got our toilet cam.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, my friend hooked up with a guy, and she said there was a toilet cam.
There was a camera in the toilet.
Yeah, she said she found a toilet cam.
That's insane.
I know.
How do you have to like make a custom one, or did it like hang onto the bowl like a nightlight?
And do you just pretend like it's a light?
That's so crazy.
And you have to install that yourself.
That's disgusting. Like, honestly, I always think about stuff like that, or like, you know how people put tape over their camera on their computer?
Yeah.
I'm like, if you want that footage and someone's going to blackmail me, I'm like, what are you going to blackmail me with footage of me taking a shit? I go, that's like, it's so bad, it's almost weird for you to have.
Yeah.
That's not being like, I'm going to show everyone you taking a dump. They're like, first off, they have to know it's my ass.
I don't think they're doing it for the dump footage.
I'm just saying, if there's blackmail or like even when people want to look at like hack into the camera on your laptop, be like, go ahead. I don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah. Also, like, if they want, you must have to really want a pussy shot to, in exchange, see a shit shot.
Yeah. You're willing to play with fire. How many cameras like shit on the camera? I can get it. But then you trade with the guy who wanted that shot. There's like a community of.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's something I'm scared to look up. Toilet camera. Like I would be terrified even to Google toilet camera with waterproof lens. I don't know.
The other day we were watching The Jinx, which if you guys haven't watched it.
Oh, baby.
Woo!
Robert Durst.
Great documentary.
That guy can get it.
Oh my God, that makes me think, I wanted to do birthday wieners.
You will. Just one though. Birthday wiener.
A good
Hey, calm down.
wiener. Speaking of the Jinx documentary, we've come in contact. We've like heard a lot of this recently. A good wiener is laws that should not be laws anymore.
Right.
So the Jinx is there's the marriage law where
they're just exempt from it.
Yeah, if you're
Right.
married to somebody, like he killed someone,
Right.
I saw it, then he has to marry me, which is what they did.
And he's gonna murder somebody. I'm like, it's like, well,
He proposed.
she does it in a wedding dress. I'm like, seems like a little excessive.
It's like the opposite of like someone killing their husband.
Yeah.
It's someone really wanting to get married.
I guess I can't be a witness if. And I was like,
just blood all over me.
oh, really? I would be the
Yeah,
witness.
you would have to.
I guess I wouldn't be the witness.
I get down on my knee covered in blood.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But that's a weird law. So if you're married to someone, you don't have to testify.
You're like, when you hear those laws, how much do we want justice if that's a loophole? Or if that's like an actual thing where in the midst of trying to find a murderer, they're like, well, we can't ask them.
Yeah.
They're it's the wife.
Who knows everything.
That's crazy.
And in this documentary, not to spoil too much, but they got married so that she didn't have to testify. And then there was another weird law in that. And then yesterday, we were going for our walk. We're trying to hit our 10K steps.
Yep.
And on our walk back, almost to our apartment, we see a fully naked, skinny-ass white dude.
I forgot about that. That's how numb you get in the city. Where it just completely left my brain that I saw a fully naked man in the street just going insane.
He was screaming the N-word and why he says it.
Yep. He's showing his work.
He's
not just saying it, he's saying why.
Yes. Fully naked, started on the sidewalk, then the middle of the street, in this really busy intersection in front of a hike where tons of people are walking.
He picked a good spot.
Great spot.
Yeah, he wasn't shy. He knew where to go.
So this is the craziest part, though, which loops back into the loophole laws.
His dick was huge. I mean, which it really wasn't, actually.
It was so small.
It was actually very small, which I think that's why the people weren't as mad as they should be.
I think it would have been way more scary if he had a big dick.
They're like, hey, Jesus Christ. But he has a small... That's how much wiggle room, no pun intended, small dick men have in America, where they can get fully naked. They're like, well, you can't get that mad at the guy.
It's so true, though. Like, I don't like seeing a penis if it's not your penis.
Good.
And
good.
Women, we don't like the dicks out. It's creepy. Yeah. But this dick was so unintimidating that I wasn't even like, ew, penis. It was like, oh, naked man.
It was like you know when like bugs are really small, you're like, eh. But then when they start to get like bigger, you're like, ugh. Like it was the cute small. You're like, it's fine. It
was so small that I was trying to find it.
Yeah. What were you trying to say, though? I interrupted you with that.
So then this was the craziest thing. So once he started, it took a minute, but once he started migrating over down the sidewalk away from us, we had room to go back home. Mm-hmm. Everyone was outside of the apartment next to ours.
Sorry. I was just thinking, rough when we looped around, we got naked in the woods and came out like, hey, Mike.
Would have been a good time.
Oh, if we just made everyone else be like, oh, we're supposed to be naked. And then everyone's like...
It's the only time you wish you had a small dick. You get in trouble. He doesn't.
Yeah, like, get. Let's put it this way. I wouldn't get in trouble.
You'd get a misdemeanor?
Yeah, everyone's like waving at me.
So we get the clear head. We go back to our apartment. The apartment next to us, the neighbors are all outside on their balconies. It turns out this dude lives in the apartment next to us. It's not a homeless person.
That's the first time we've heard of an origin story of the homeless guy. Or like typically you see that, we don't know where they are. Mm-hmm. And then the fact that we knew where he started.
He's not homeless.
No.
So they said they've been trying to get him kicked out of this apartment, but because of the California laws
and his small
penis, he gets to stay.
That's insane.
So I'm wondering if after indecent exposure, if that was enough to get him kicked out of his apartment.
What if we can look at the police records to see if somebody got arrested for being naked? That'd be a scary thing to see in LA. That's like one time we were driving up Highland and there was that accident and all that crap. I looked up I Googled like accidents in LA and it was just like a giant in real time, all the accidents. And I'm like, I don't think I want to know that, or I didn't want to know that, nor do I want to know how many people are getting arrested naked. Although that'd be a funny stat.
Yeah, it would be a funny
stat.
That'd
be really funny. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's like the squatter thing's insane. There's so many of these laws. You're like, for how fucked up we are as a country, I'm shocked that we let like weird little bizarre laws go through. I don't know how that works.
No, there's definitely laws that we need to get rid of.
Like we're dishing out parking tickets, but this guy's rubbing his dick on it. Everything on Fuller, and Fuller's the name of the street. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's a good wiener. Just these laws that shouldn't be a thing.
Well, I think a lot of laws shouldn't be a thing. But like that's like those laws you ever see where they're like, it's illegal to chew gum. You're like, what is? Let's grow. It's like the Bible. You gotta make some revisions to stuff. I feel like everyone's lazy. They're just sticking with the old things. I mean, speaking of laws, like I guess what state was it that being homeless, they're making it, was that Florida where it's
Yeah.
illegal now?
Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not LA, where like actually it's encouraged out
Bring
here.
it in.
Yeah.
Wait, so you said you have a birthday wiener?
I do, yeah. It's in honor of your birthday. No, pisses me off with birthday parties. And it's not even a party, but like, all our friends have kids now. And my thing is that pisses me off is when it's the parent's birthday and they let the children or child blow out the candles.
Oh my God.
That drives me
yeah.
through the roof.
That is so
Where the
good.
kid's like, like, do you want to blow out the candles? I don't know what it is. I'm like, don't let that fucking kid blow out. Not even the spit, not the thing. It's the fact that that kid is getting what he or she wants. And it's not like, that should be the biggest lesson for that kid. And they don't do it.
Yes. Oh.
I see red. I'm like, you ever see those videos where they try to like smash a kid's face into the cake? And I'm like, something about like just kids that are not obedient. And then the parent's like, it's fine. I'm like, oh, now I hate both of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the parent's just in fault.
That makes me so angry. I don't know what it is. Maybe because we don't have kids, but I'm just like, something about like ill-disciplined children in a setting that's clear. Like, parents don't get anything. You get Mother's Day or Father's Day, which 9 times out of 10, if I did a branch of this wiener, would be when they make Mother's or Father's Day or these special days about the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Not like you can't take one day, discipline a little bit.
No, my kid will get their birthday, Easter, the Tooth Fairy. Every other day is about me.
Easter. Yeah. Andy gets the whole year.
I get the year.
I don't need Mother's Day because every day's Mother's Day.
No, I hate these little kids because you're not going to grow up the correct way if you get to do everything about you. What are you going to move to LA and become a comedian?
Yeah. No. Can't do that. Yeah, I don't know. Kids like that.
Good.
I just poorly disciplined children with the parent that argues it's okay. Something that, I'm ready to.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. What are you going to scream? And then I'm going to throw a hissy fit?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
But that person deserves that wish.
Deep down they're like, God, I just want to fucking blow out these damn candles.
They've been thinking about this wish for the whole year.
Yeah. I'm talking about my nephew, if anyone wants to know. I'm definitely an uncle where I'm just like, can someone discipline this fucking kid? I don't live here long enough to do it, but I want to. No. I don't want to discipline too much, and then they grow up and they're like, I didn't like him, and I'm like, well, I didn't like you. I love him, but there's things that But then again, you don't want to be the over disciplined. I mean, I feel like I got away with shit too, so I can't really say too much.
Yeah, I don't think I was one to blow out anyone else's candles. Maybe. I can't remember.
I don't think I would ever. How would we know?
Yeah.
If you're old enough to remember, that's more weird. That's another wiener.
Well, that's like when you have kids open presents for you.
That's what it's just anything the child's doing for you when it's not their thing is just.
But I feel like that one is a little bit less bad because like they at least have to do the labor. We're like, I don't care to open it. I get the gift if you want to really touch the wrapper.
I'm gonna disagree. There's a kid in all of us who wants to open a damn present, but then again, maybe the parent has fought so many battles throughout the day where they're like, I'll lose this one for the sake of for not having to deal with shit. So I will extend an olive branch for all the parents out there with all your children woes. I can't imagine. I mean, my friends have so many kids now, and they're just like, how do you guys do this shit?
We're trying to get rich.
Yeah. And then we're going to get a sperm donor and a surrogate. I want it to not even be remotely my child, but I want to just do anything. I want to get an egg donor, a sperm donor, and a surrogate. And they're like, who's my parent?
You don't need the donor.
That's funny, though. Where they're like, are you related to this kid? I'm like, literally no. Like, there's no way I'm even remotely related.
Oh, it's so funny.
I wonder if people do that.
I think they're only if they have to.
I think the surrogate, even in my cousin, she was a lesbian. She took the egg of her partner, sperm from someone else, put it in her body, had the kid. Then they got divorced. So she's like still a mom, I get, but like it's interesting.
None of it was her egg?
Nope.
Wow.
So it's weird that it's just, I wonder if like when they have the kid in them, if it's like, no, I guess not.
Wait, so she carried it?
She
But
carried
it
it.
wasn't hers?
It was not her egg and some dude's sperm
in her body.
in her body.
If they went for her body, then it should have been her egg.
Well, that's where you gotta get creative, and shout outs to Pride Month. You gotta get creative when it's a libo relation.
Man, all that, and then they got a divorce.
Yep, and nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying it's interesting in the surrogate world. That reminded me.
Well,
of that.
yeah, I feel like typically it would be you just get the sperm, and then since it's two women, and then
Two gay dudes, they both take the sperm, mix it together, and then it's like roulette. Then you see how the kid comes out.
I wonder if they could do that.
They should do that.
Yeah, that's only fair.
That's like
strongest one wins.
That's child roulette. Where they're like, yeah, that's yours. Fuck. Knowing your guy's sperm fought.
I have a good birthday wiener.
Yeah.
And I know you've been a part of these. I think everyone has been a part of one of these situations. Is when you're invited to somebody's birthday dinner at a restaurant
I already know
and
where
you
you're going.
split the check. Or, in your case, you fronted the money and people have to Venmo you, which people Venmoing you never works out. But the main thing about this wiener, I think if you're going to go to a restaurant for your birthday, that means you're covering the bill. I do.
I mean, that's crazy.
I don't think you should.
If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna say invite people to go to my birthday. First off, that's crazy if somebody goes, let's go out to a restaurant for my birthday, and then they pick. I mean, I think outside looking in, if somebody said like I want to go here for my birthday, I would just be like, all right, that's fine.
Okay, wait.
Assuming,
Let me preference. If they choose, you shouldn't have to cover the bill, but I don't think people should be choosing expensive ass restaurants.
No, I mean, of course not, but. I think if people went out, and this did happen to me, where we get the bill and I put my card down being a nice guy. You're like, we're all adults. Like, if anything, when you put your card down, more times than none, people should be Venmoing even more than what they think for the sake of the inconvenience that you're going through.
Yeah.
Like whenever somebody puts their card down, I'm like, I throw them even more, not like a lot, but enough where I'm so covered.
A little wiggle.
Yeah, like, hey, thanks for the gesture. Like for somebody's birthday one time, I mean, I had to go back to somebody and be like, dude, you owe me so much more.
Which is so uncomfortable.
That's insane.
Because it makes you feel cheap.
Oh, I was ready to, marry somebody so they would be a witness. That drove me insane, especially in these cities now. But then again, it's like there were people there who got it and sent me it right away. And, the birthday party thing is just, but that just, again, that's not the issue. It just highlights weird people. What is wrong with people? like something that easy. You're like, God, if we can't get that right. And then we're like, why are there wars? I'm like, because people don't Venmo enough. If you were like, why are wars happening? I'm like, I don't know. Go to a group dinner and tell me how that fucking panned out.
Stay in a group chat for 3 days.
Yeah, you're like, and we're shocked 2 countries can't figure something out.
There's a lot with birthday stuff. That's why, I never want to inconvenience anyone. Like, when I send out a birthday invitation, instead of me thinking people are excited, I think, oh, man, now this person's either going to have to go or feel bad canceling.
My birthday invitation starts with, I'm sorry, but... I'm sorry, but it's my birthday tomorrow. Do you want to come to a restaurant that I already paid for? I'm so apologetic.
That's why we're going to Florida for my birthday. I like to just leave.
Let the parents figure it out.
Yeah, this is you. You birthed me. You brought me into this life. You have to do my birthday.
You have to do my birthdays until you're dead. How does that sound? You're going to plan my birthdays until you're in the ground.
They're like, okay, she's 18. She's moving away. Don't worry, bitch. I'll fly home.
Yeah,
I will.
we will inconvenience ourselves to inconvenience you. And I want a homemade cake. Funfetti.
Oh, shit. Grandma's dead.
Yep.
I don't get my...
I mean, she didn't take the recipe with her. You can still get...
Jeez.
You can't get the Cheesecake Factory cake?
We do the Carvel ice cream, but my grandma would make the best homemade ice cream cake where you would choose which ice cream layers you want. My go-to was mint chip and strawberry.
That's an interesting combo.
Great combo for a homemade ice cream cake.
She didn't make it the year I was there.
She was getting old that year.
Oh.
You missed out. You never got to try it.
No, and now I'm kind of annoyed that she didn't make it when she was around.
She housed this cheesecake, though.
That was, her dad got, it's funny when parents take things so far. Where...
You can't say anything in front of my dad.
For on Christmas, I'm like, Mom, I want some gym shorts. I got 48 gym.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you... What are you thinking? What are you doing?
Your mom is just like my dad in
Open
that
every
sense.
present's just another color of the same gym short. I'm like, I appreciate this, but are you crazy?
What was the lemon thing that was said in front of your
The lemon thing.
What did...
One thing, I don't know if this is it, but my brother-in-law,
Yeah.
in passing years ago, my sister and brother-in-law have been together forever. In passing years ago, it came out, I guess, that he likes corn.
Yes, that's what it was,
And
not
now,
lemons.
every time there's an event or something where my mom has to cook, she goes, I'm making corn for Josh. And we've all been like, he's like, I don't like it that much. He's like, I like it, but I don't know why this is my thing.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's so funny. So we're like, we got to be strategic with what I say I like in front of your mom.
Oh, yeah.
I said pasta. That will never change.
No, I mean, I don't even.
Her pasta is amazing.
Then I feel bad because I'm like, she's like, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I just want one of this. This is very white privilege, or first world problems, but. Yeah, anyways,
just overly sweet parents. So
we said the cheesecake that we like is Celebration Cheesecake. Link below if you want it. It's the best one.
It is.
It is the best one. No, it's the. Every time we deviate and we look for something else, I'm just like, yes, it's always so good, but it's like, I don't know, they just don't hit. That one has so many like layers and soft, hard.
It's perfect.
Citrusy, creamy.
Hits all the notes.
It's all the notes.
So we told my dad that's Matt and I's birthday tradition is we get each other the celebration cheesecake. And my dad heard that and got us the whole pie.
Which, I mean, to buy a whole Cheesecake Factory cheesecakes, first off, it's $6,000. And it's 4 billion calories. And we're just like, I've never looked at a dessert and been like, one of us is dying.
And then my grandma, on her way out, last birthday we had of mine with her last year, she took a whole slice and Matt went to take her plate away and she goes,
She bit my wrist.
I am not finished.
Yeah.
And she finished the whole thing.
That's 1,200 to 1,400 calories, which is, I think that killed her.
I think it did.
I think that. I mean, if I'm going to die when I'm older, I want it to be after I destroy a celebration cheesecake.
I wouldn't mind. As long as I'm older.
As long as I'm older.
Yeah.
Well, we don't even get that one, which, another wiener. Hey, Cheesecake Factory, why don't you make half orders of cheesecake?
We are very upset about this.
You did that with all your
slice.
damn food. The world does it with shrinkflation, which is, I don't know if you ever discussed shrinkflation, people. You think, some restaurants, they give you less food, charge you the same amount. Rather than the price going up, they try to trick you. And I know Cheesecake Factory did it because they used to have gigantic portions. Some things they do, their chicken parm, you're like, what are we feeding 6 adults? My mom's now husband, Jim. I mean, it's the size of his body. He has leftovers for like 5 days. But why don't they do half orders of the cheesecake? I don't want to eat the whole thing.
Yeah, they don't do it. We asked. The guy said nope.
He didn't.
He said though that people will tell him only bring me half of it, and then they'll go in the back and eat the other half, and they'll be like, "Actually, can you wrap that up?" And he'll be like, "No."
Oh, that's what
gone.
he meant. I thought he meant give me half of it and wrap up the other half, and then they end up eating the other half there.
He said both. Like some people will say half and a half later, and then other people say just bring me the half. I only want the half. And then they'll eat it as like hungry servers, and then they'll ask. They say they want it.
That's you're like guys,
Too late.
guys don't eat the other half.
Wait till they leave at least.
And also fuck those people. I'm like, no, you got half.
Yeah, you asked for it. That's what you got.
I charge you full price. You have half. And
I
guess
have
what?
half.
This is the rules. And don't you dare blow out the candles because it's his birthday.
Oh, I love that wiener. That was good.
Yeah, that one drives me crazy, but you know.
It's funny, like getting older. I always want to celebrate my birthday. I do, but like, I guess with my family, it's one way where I'm like good with it. But then there's some people who have like their birthday month or like really go all like really love their birthdays.
Yeah, I think that's very bizarre. Especially, I mean, you get one. I mean, that's not, I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe, like, for example, we're going out for dinner tonight, got something tomorrow, then your family thing, and then that's 10 days. And
Like, I don't
some
want
people,
much.
Yeah. Andy's like, I want to go home and be celebrated for 16 days. And your family will do that. That's your family.
Yeah, they're
We
great.
go home and we get an itinerary on our pillow. And they go, this is Mandy's schedule.
Anyone who grew up with divorced parents understands that it is a back and forth, living in a bag.
Yeah.
And
Not my dad. He goes, your mom can handle this. And then he went to Florida to clean pools. But yeah, I guess some parents. He went to Florida to clean Mandy's family's pools for her birthday party. What the fuck?
Oh my God. See, he was making it easier for you.
Yeah, he was. I blew out his candles one year and he's like, I'm out of here. What if that's why he left?
Oh
I was
my
like 2 and I blew out
God.
his candles and he just snapped. That's where I get this trait from. Where he's just
Oh
like,
my God. That's still a joke he's been working on that I think is going to be a good one day. Like,
yeah, my dad has an Instagram that doesn't follow me. You left. I'm not going to follow you. You should follow me.
Same name, by the way.
Same name.
Same name.
He went to make a user name on Instagram and they said it's taken. And he had to be like, should I follow the other guy that has my name? Oh, you mean your son? Dad. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't care. Time has passed. It's fine.
It is weird, like, how many people's dads leave.
That is a weird thing. And I always try to wrap my head around this. I mean, not to go, fuck it. But I'm like, then you meet like my brother-in-law with his kid. And you're like, I think something's wrong with these people. I mean, I'm riddled with mental illness. So maybe I got it from him.
That's a joke I meant, but the Instagram one is funnier.
Oh,
like not
knowing. That is, it's true. I don't know what. I know what I got from that. Like some people, that family, my grandpa on my dad's side is very like artistic and creative. So I'm like, okay, I got that. But then again, my grandpa on my mom's side was like really good at cooking and stuff. So like clearly, sometimes I'm like, I don't know who the hell gave me what.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's like, I have secret qualities. It's funny. My mom will be like, you got your fucking temper and your fucking dad. I'm like, sounds like I got it from you, if I'm being honest.
That's so funny.
It's funny now.
I've never heard you
She's
say that before.
She's pawning off her bad traits on my dad. I'm like,
hey, she's earned that.
She has, but it's like,
it.
I'm just like, your dad had the fucking temper. And I'm just like,
so funny.
Yeah, she's screaming at.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like people will be like, oh, you're just like your mom or just like your dad.
Yeah. I don't know. We always do that visually. We never do that with like mental shit.
I know.
I'm just like fucking screaming at the wind. And I'm like, it's just like your mom. Always screaming at nothing. No, shit. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, your dad good. He got us the whole cake and then we
killed grandma.
Killed her. I wonder if that damn thing's in the freezer. He must have thrown that away.
He had to have thrown it away. I felt really bad. We could only do so much damage.
I mean, he didn't know. I mean,
had.
when you don't know Cheesecake Factory, it's like some underground fight club. You gotta know the rules there.
No.
Well, last thing about this place, I mean, unless you want to keep talking about it, their shrimp scampi is the most delicious thing on earth.
I think we've said this every time you've been on. We need to be sponsored
Jesus Christ.
by Cheesecake Factory.
It is so good. We also go there and we drink a beer and a half each. and then eat it. Maybe that's something to do with it, but I know it's very good regardless.
I'm glad that we've made it very clear how we feel, because now both sides of our family, if they get us a gift card, it's a Cheesecake Factory.
Our gifts are just becoming so white trash. Our drawer is just white Cheesecake Factory gift cards and PF Chang's, which we still have to use that one.
We got that one. That's a whole switcherooski.
Yeah, I'm a chain restaurant guy. We've
Try
talked
something
about
new.
this.
We've talked about this for sure.
Sorry, I don't like to try new things. I like a system. This is my dad. He's like, I see. My dad's at a Cheesecake Factory in Florida right now. Like, I love how you do this.
Oh, that's another good birthday topic, which is, do you like surprises or do you like tradition? Tonight we are gonna find out.
Surprise is a tradition. The Mandy Martino question of the day. Sounds so old English.
See, my family is really into traditions.
That's like you see the movie. Hey there, boy. Do you like surprises or traditions?
You could only choose one.
That's what drunk uncles
No take backs.
That's what drunk uncles whisper in their nephew's ear. Do you like surprises or tradition?
No.
And they're like,
Mom.
I like Pokemon cards. And they're like, okay.
Oh, man. Yeah.
What do you elaborate? What do you mean?
Okay, so my family is like super tradition. And not my family. My dad's side is so...
Wait, hold on. You guys doing... The whole family doing matching pajamas still? That's the tradition. Yeah.
That's a tradition.
I know.
Yeah, tradition.
That's funny.
Just
every year you guys get new pajamas. And then you stuff mannequins with the old pajamas, or you put them on. And
we do have too many.
And you guys have a museum of Christmas morning.
There's way too many pajamas that add up. Yeah. But I love tradition. I think it's fun.
It is fun. It goes to show that you you remember and don't want to do new things.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have, we Cheesecake Factory. Although you're vegan now. I don't know. Is that still?
I'm flexitarian.
Yeah, that's always convenient. I don't do that. I'm not eating that. I'm
I
vegan.
Said that.
And then something comes around. She's like, okay. Well.
No, I am very open. We're just trying to eat healthy more than not.
Yeah, but sometimes I don't know when the vegan shield comes down.
Well,
sometimes you use it strategic. Typical woman, they like to use things strategically. And they're like, no, I don't. I'll have that. And I'm like, really? Because the other thing we ate.
Because I can't always eat bad.
All right, well, now I know. They need to make more vegan cheesecakes. Do they make any there?
No. They have a healthy version.
The skinny.
Yeah. But back to tradition. So we always get
tradition.
We always get sushi every year.
Oh, yeah.
This will be the first year steering to a new surprise tonight.
Yeah, new surprises.
And surprises is also part of the Martino tradition.
Oh, there we go.
It is, though.
Yeah, branches down.
Because we don't like surprises ruined. And
I feel like I should be writing this down. I was like... She's like, we don't like it wrong.
We don't like it ruined.
So directly towards me.
Like, if you get a gift early, it has to wait till like the birthday or Christmas. There's no like, let's just like give it early.
It's like when somebody explains a board game to
everything.
You. We like tradition, but surprises are in tradition too. And if it's a tradition, it can be a present, but presents can't be part of surprises. Did you get that? And I'm just like... So wait, who's it? Huh?
Oh my God.
Traditions have surprises, but surprises don't have tradition. Do you see what I'm saying?
It's a what is it like what is that called? Like the phrase that is like a puzzle. What is the phrase that's a puzzle called? A rhyme? It's under the bridge.
A riddle?
A riddle. It's a riddle.
It is a riddle.
Women are riddles.
They're riddles. They're long riddles that can change whenever they want.
Oh, man.
My eye's about to water.
I know. He has a watery eye from allergies. And
water break. My eyes, I don't know what it is. It just started to erupt. Yeah, the allergies, and then my left eye just...
Don't. I'll keep talking so the camera shows me and not him just goozing through his eye.
Oh, it's on my shirt now.
Oh, his poor watery eye. Allergies
it's weird because to clear it, I plug my nose and gently try to blow out of my nose, so it like forces the ducts to get the water out. But then sometimes, like if your ears pop weird, it can kind of give you like make you dizzy for a second.
Oh.
The things I do. Hey, allergies. That's my weekly wiener. Let's figure that. Like this. It's 2024. We have like fucking invisible internet. We have everything.
Invisible internet.
Damn Wi-Fi. It's invisible. And then allergies is still.
Yeah, one day.
Claritin never does shit for me. All these pills I've taken, I'm like, I don't even think this is. I swear half of it's just in your head.
I think that is half the battle.
The eye thing is the only thing that is consistently annoying, though. But
yeah, because there's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing I can do. That's what I got from my dad. He's got a watery eye.
He's just crying because
Yeah.
he's sad.
What are you crying? You little bitch. It's my watery eye.
What were your birthday parties like growing up?
Well, my birthday's February 18th, so a lot of times I would have my friend party, and there was a handful of parties that we couldn't have it because it snowed too much.
Oh.
So like, oh, your birthday's a Saturday, and then it was blizzard, and then they're like, all right, leave parties. I think we would postpone it, but it would suck.
That sucks.
But
when you were like, my birthday's February, so I was like, what's the so?
oh yeah, it's a Florida girl. She's like, so it was less sunny, or
So they hung over from Valentine's Day?
no? I feel like the Burger King. The old Burger King by our place, there was a giant arcade attached to it.
Ooh.
Burger Kings used to be like, they have like playscapes and stuff. This one had like, if the Burger King was this big, the attachment with like a big arcade, there was a giant ball pit. It was like this much, is like if that's, But we would do that quite often because that was really fun.
And he calls me trash.
I'm gonna look it up. This is class. There was dancing.
Trashy. For my birthdays, we went to Burger King because the play area was like 10 times bigger than the actual restaurant.
Shut your Florida. Jester's Courtyard. See, I found it.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, I have pictures of it right here. Oh, please have photos. Dude, it was like this. This was the exact one.
Not a Burger King.
I'm saying Burger King was there, and then they have Jester's Courtyard attached to it, and then you go in there, and it's all
okay. That's pretty cool.
now it's all haunted and shit. So there was always there was upstairs and downstairs. They had this other area where they had animatronic monkeys that would be a band and come out, and they would sing like Elvis and shit.
So it was kind of like a Chuck E.
Yeah,
Cheese.
they have a birthday in a goddamn Burger King.
I thought you meant
although
the play
you did,
area.
and then you got to eat. You didn't have to though. Like we would get like pizza and bring it.
Okay.
So we do that until I was like 20, and then.
And then once I wasn't afraid of the dark
until I moved
35.
to California. Yeah. They had to leave all the lights on. No, and then I would do, and then I went through my like sleepover birthday phase. I thought that was fun. I don't know, just little kid shit. You did pool parties at your
pool parties.
Yeah, I couldn't do that because I was a winter baby.
Yeah, I was a summer June baby, which is crazy. Like my birthday's June 7th,
Right.
So everyone is out of school, but for some reason, like the school calendar keeps like getting longer or shifting. So like nowadays, June 7th, kids are still in school.
We would be in school on June 7th.
You would be?
Hell yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, that's another winter thing, not to interrupt, but I feel like I have to say that now because I interrupt people, but if I acknowledge it, then I feel less bad. I feel like they know that I know.
It's like the excuse me.
You know that I know that I'm doing this.
Okay, so totally fine.
But speaking of snow, if you got you get like 5 snow days a year that like you don't have to make up, but anything beyond that, they start to tack on to the end of the year. So say we had like 10 snow days, now they added 5 days at the end of the year. So like there was really bad winters where we would be there till like the end of June. Like and then what made it worse is like we were supposed to get out like June 14th, and then that day comes around, we're like, we should be done right now because and then we're like, it's fucking snow. We don't.
Yeah, it would be the same with hurricanes.
Yeah.
So like it would push it a little bit, but I don't think as often as snow.
So I'm sorry, you were saying people.
No, just nowadays people are in school for my birthday.
Oh.
So sucks
Saw-
for the new
saw
June
those
7th babies.
High school kids you're inviting can't make it.
I know.
Like, Mandy, I can't come to your birthday. I have finals.
So upsetting.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did. I think the order would have been like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
We did bowling. We did pool parties.
Bowling's the best.
Oh, yeah.
That's my birthday now.
That's your birthday now.
Right now, I'm in my bowling phase. I'm in my bowling era.
You are.
New eras tour.
I don't know what else I would do. I feel like I'm blanking on some things, but
I remember when, like, it's so funny, like, when you feel the phase of that thing. So, like, the sleepovers, when kids are young, it's fine. And I remember, like, one of the last years, I was like, do I do that? I was like, we're young. I mean, in hindsight, I was like, I was in like middle school, so you're still a kid.
mhm.
But you felt people trying to be cool. So, I mean, I invited all my friends that I wanted to go, and then you invite some other people. You're like, do you want to go? And these kids that thought they were cool, they're like, oh, man, sorry, I can't make your birthday on Friday. And I'm like, oh, it's Saturday. Like, oh, sorry, I can't go. And I remember I was like, it really doesn't bother me because I was just like, they thought they were cool. And I was like, you suck ass. But it was just funny where you're like, big picture, I was like, maybe the birthday sleepover thing, we're done with that.
Yeah. It was the coolest feeling though when you were younger, if you could like pull that nostalgia back, like everyone coming over for your birthday.
Yeah.
That was the best.
And I was good. I would go to people's birthday. I mean, I always felt bad. I feel like you just got invited to birthdays. I was like, I'll go. I don't give a shit if I'm even not close to you.
Well, that's the thing that I've been like mind mapping out with like my hating plans joke or wanting to cancel plans.
Right.
Is back then, like plans were the shit. When you were a kid,
Pre-internet, we needed plans.
we needed plans.
Yeah. Now we get notifications.
Like you'd look forward to it. Like I don't remember being invited to a kid's birthday party and not wanting to go.
Yeah, me either. I don't know.
I think you just wanted to do everything.
I remember one time this girl, when we were like of that age, she invited me to her birthday party, and I remember I was like, I don't know if any of my other friends, like, they didn't know her. And I remember my mom pulled up and I looked over and there was like a bunch of people I didn't know, like, partying, and it was just gonna be me. And I just looked at my mom and go, drive away.
No way.
I had a card and I was just like, it's when internet did come out, so you started being friends with people like from other towns. And she's like, oh, I'm having a birthday, come by. And I was like, all right. And I was still like maybe early high school, and I was like, I just can't do this right now.
Drive away.
We pulled up and I looked over, I was like, gun it. Yeah, I was not feeling that.
Yeah, I guess internet is what triggered the canceling plans.
I would go to other kids' birthday parties up for the goodie bags. I think that was my most favorite.
Oh, yeah.
One time I mean, everyone wants candy. You know what I'm saying? And one time I pulled out this thing and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I licked it and it was sidewalk chalk.
Ew.
And I'm like, what are you giving us chalk for?
Why do you want chalk?
I want edible sugar. I don't want
least you
chalk.
didn't bite it.
I know. I just went like this.
Oh.
And then I was just like, yeah, that was not supposed to be licked.
No. Man.
We should do goodie bags as adults. That would be
That
a
would be
fun idea.
That's a great idea.
Like a nipper of something.
A nipper?
Like those little baby shots.
Oh, I always
call
forget those are called nippers.
Nippers.
Yeah, I call them.
We have fireball ones in the damn cabinet
Don't remind me. Don't want that.
We've had those for literally like 2.5 years.
Yep. If you guys watched the Christmas episode 2 years ago where Matt dressed up as Santa Claus.
God, I can't believe we still have those.
I know.
Yeah. Birthday parties now. I don't know. But it's funny. We're talking about, oh, that'd be cool. This would be cool. And you're like, no, like when your friends, if it's a close friend, but like now it's the opposite. If somebody's like, oh, I'm doing this for my birthday, I'm just like, I don't really like them that much. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to be inconvenienced. I mean, but then isn't it weird how some people's parties, like, not that they're popular, but like everyone's going to this person's party for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people, it's just like, I don't fucking want, and I feel bad. I don't want to like make anyone feel shitty, but it's interesting why some, get the popular treatment. I didn't get that.
You weren't popular?
I have a select group. No, I mean like now.
He's not popular?
I'm not popular anymore. I used to be. I peaked in high school.
Yeah.
And then somebody said Matt still does sleepover birthdays, and then everyone spread rumors.
Do you think an adult sleepover party would be fun?
I mean, we kind of did those in college. We just
Who did
passed
those in
out.
college?
I mean, you
Oh,
just
just like
passed
passing
out.
out.
It was more of like, I mean, in high school when we go drink at like friends' places, I mean, you just sleep there.
I guess that was, I didn't do that in college, but high school, everyone would do that.
Isn't it crazy to look back, like when you'd go to like college parties or like you'd go somewhere and you're like, we have to stay. Just like I would just sleep on the ground. Like I would literally, and I would look at an area on the ground and I would get something for a pillow and something for a blanket and I would make it work.
Yeah.
That's
now
insane.
kids have Uber. So like college and high school kids will probably just go home.
I'm sure they do.
If
Yeah, I
their
don't know how that
parents are
works.
cool.
I don't know.
It'd be weird having Uber as a kid.
Did your parents let you drink on your birthdays? What age did you start drinking?
15. Woo!
Jesus Christ.
What age were
15?
you?
Probably 18.
Loser.
You were a 15-year-old drinking?
Yes.
You hillbilly. I can't even imagine drinking at 15.
Really?
No. How much would you? I mean, you probably didn't have anything.
It was like Smirnoff Ices, keggers.
Maybe I did.
9th grade?
Maybe 17, actually, now that I think about it.
I feel like 9th and 10th grade were like a lot. I mean, all of the years, but like.
Yeah, the first time. Because I remember we went on a cruise and I had like. I snuck into. Because you were able to be like 18 to drink there. I think I was 16 because my sister and stepbrother were of age to drink there. And I mean, now that's funny to go on a cruise and be 18, you can drink. I'm like, how can they tell anything? So I remember I just walked in with them and I got a beer and a Smirnoff Ice. And I was like, I was like, not drunk, but I was like feeling so good.
That's
like,
so funny, Smirnoff Ice too. That was the shit when you first started drinking.
OG White Claw, we always talk about it.
Yep,
They're
we
right
do.
there.
Right there. They didn't pivot.
Think about all the companies that are doing something right now that are going to have that idea marketed
late.
better. And it's,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It's never too late though.
No, it's not.
But
For Smirnoff, it's too late.
they really missed it. They really missed it.
Even like these, like, but it's funny when you see companies trying to start something that there is already a product. Like I got those like shots from that one company. I don't want to say anything because I'm doing a brand deal for them, but I'm like, who wants this shit?
Like a 5-hour energy.
It's like, that's old. No one wants. I think the shot aspect is a little scary because you're packing like, for example, like 200 milligrams of caffeine into a mouthful. You're like, hey, Dan, there's like not much wiggle room for, I think, a terrifying day. At least like a Alani or some shit we can sip out.
Yeah, we can do it. I'm trying to think if there's any embarrassing like birthday stories or moments that could be jokes that I've never thought of before. I don't really remember any. I mean, they've definitely been just suppressed.
I don't remember any birthday things that would be embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't know
No.
any.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they have happened, no doubt, but not that I could remember. Which is so weird how your mind is either like, we're going to always remember this and you're going to think about it every time you close your eyes, or we're going to we're going to let this one go.
Speaking of, like negative thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm going to haunt your dreams, or we're going to put this really far down. We're going to bury this one. That's a good reel I can do.
Yeah.
Negative thoughts are like, yeah. And then I'm like, what's in that door? They're like, don't go in there.
Yeah, how is it like I know I have had something happen to me embarrassing and miserable on my birthday? Can't think of it.
No,
Well, I mean, thank God they're all not on the top of our minds.
it's funny because we're talking about like friend birthdays, but I'm like, it was always funny to have your family party and your friend party, 2 different ones. Would you have both all at once? I remember we would have my family party where it was like family and cousins, and then I had my friend party, which was a completely different thing.
No, my family's so small. I'm pretty sure it was all just one.
Oh, see, we had a big
Split it
Italian
up.
family.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
And I remember at every birthday party, like, it's funny to look back on like all the adult men who were just over it because halfway through, I'd be like running around playing and shit, and then all the old men would be on the couch sleeping or watching golf. And I'm like, oh, I'm them now.
I have that thought a lot because like I remember going to Hunter and Carson. I remember going to like Lean and we call him Clownhead Johnny, but I remember
What the fuck is that?
Lean's
Clownhead?
Lean's ex-husband. We always
I
call
wonder
him
why he
Clownhead.
left. Jesus Christ.
But I always remember going to their house, and I remember like the women being my age and thinking like how cool they looked.
Really?
Like just like they were like not adults but like grown women, and being like.
It's always funny looking back. One, I mean, I don't know if I ever looked at them like that. I used to like when my mom, like, I always liked when the adults were like cool. I mean, it's funny looking back, like, there was the adults that were over it watching TV sleeping, and then there was like those one or two adults that were like actively playing with the kids. I'm like, they were either drunk or the weird one. Like, it's funny. But like as a kid, you're like, this is the cool guy.
Uh-huh.
And then in hindsight, you're like, he was probably the weird one.
Yeah.
Or hammered, or both.
Usually that person is both. That is like the thing as you get older, you're like, I want to make sure I'm not like that person at people's parties or in the family group.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be like. I try to like, even with my nephew, like try to fuck around with him, but I'm like, if he's with his friends, I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. I don't know. Maybe then again, you never know. I don't know. I don't want to be negative. Like, I ain't playing with no kids.
Yeah, it's weird being at that age though, like to like nephews and stuff, or like, how do they look at me?
I mean, I already know it's not that great considering we're like, me and Mike, my buddy Mike, were talking about it where he's like, he's in a group chat with his nephews, like where they're old enough to have phones, and he's like, dude, I'm trying, and they're just ghosting me. And
Damn.
And it's so funny because we're like, oh no, I'm gonna be the cool one, and then you're like, oh no, I'm literally I think the harder you try, the more you're not the cool one.
Yeah, you definitely can't show
Like I don't know
cards.
what makes my nephew laugh. Like what makes a little kid laugh is polar opposite of like how you would approach the general population. Like you can hit them with like a punchline, they don't get it, but a noise makes them laugh. That's like when I do that teen show. It's not punchline. There's not punchlines they laugh at. It's just
they like when you pick on their friends.
It's like picking on friends, weird noises, ironic. It doesn't make any sense. So
I don't know.
I'm too smart for these damn kids and my nephew and his damn friends. I'm just kidding. I know it makes them laugh. Fart noises, but
yeah, fart noises are a classic. But that's the other thing of like you can be so sweet to these kids and then they're gonna grow up and then just forget about you. Or you'll see them on holidays.
I think about that with my uncles. I'm like, I don't even talk to them. I'm like, that's gonna be my relationship with my nephew.
Isn't that weird?
I hope not. I mean, for fuck's sake, but I just made my uncle's birthday birthday invitation for my aunt, so I'm still kind of involved.
I hate calling people on their birthday because I feel like not that it's a chore to me, but I feel like it's a chore to them to answer. Like it feels like we both know you're just doing this because it's my birthday.
I don't know. See, I like doing it because it gets that to-do list out of the way.
See, to-do list, a chore. It's not like you're so excited to talk to them on their birthday. When I call someone on their birthday, I expect them to be so busy they can't talk. And it's just like, pretty much I'm saying like, hey, happy birthday. I'm just calling because it's your birthday and we can talk later. Just to make sure I called.
See, I don't like when I get thrown off where I do call them and I'm excited to talk to them and then they give me like 2 seconds. And I'm like, no.
Because they probably think that you're too busy to talk. If you're
but I'm like, hey, how's it? Wait, what's? And you just hit them with questions, and then you get nothing back, and you're like, man, fuck you and your fucking birthday. I don't want to fucking call you, you old piece of shit.
That's bad too.
Yeah, and then I snap real quick. They're like, sorry, I was dealing with my kids. I'm like, just kidding. What are you doing? What are you doing, you old man?
I'm bad at remembering people's birthdays. I'm
too.
Really bad at it.
Yours I have ingrained in my head, but other people I don't. I actually text Mike because his birthday's coming up. I was like, dude, when's your birthday?
Yeah.
I don't want to be like a dick.
I started putting them in my calendar. After I missed Grace's birthday like 3 years in a row, I'm like, everyone's birthday has to go in my iPhone calendar with a reminder, like a yearly. So it's just set once forever.
My best friends, I know theirs. But like, Jesus Christ, the day I told Brian I can't go to his bachelor party, it was on his birthday. I didn't even know. My friend invited me to his bachelor party. I finally was just like, dude, I can't go. I'm sorry. And I texted him that. And then later the day, I saw his girlfriend tagged him in a story saying, hey, it's my man's birthday. And then I wrote back later like, oh, by the way, happy birthday. I felt bad. I didn't feel terrible, but, you know.
Well, it's not even forgetting their birthday. It's sometimes not realizing the date. Like, if
That's
you don't
true.
know what day it is.
I don't know what day it is right now.
How are you supposed to know?
I don't know. It's hard. But then there's some people like Drew, the kid I used to open for. He, if you tell him your birthday once, he never forgets it. And there's some people where he can guess their birthday, and like, I still don't know how he did it, but he would be within like 3 days of it.
Really?
It was the weirdest thing.
That's crazy.
He would be like, I'm gonna guess your birthday, and then he was like close. But most people, he's like, when's so and so's birthday? And he just something about it. He goes, I don't know what it is. It just sticks in my brain.
He's a mind reader of birthdays?
He's a savant, I guess, of birthdays. That's how I was growing up. I don't know why. When the Goosebumps books came out, I was obsessed with them. There was like 60 of them. I don't know why my brain just memorized every single one. And we'd be in school and people would be like, what's 45? And I would tell them, they go, you're cheating somehow. And I go, I'm not cheating. I don't know. I just know this.
It's so random.
That's so random.
Those books are good. The Mask one, the movie.
Those are written really well.
Yeah, those are great for kids.
The end of each chapter was like, and then behind the bushes there was, and ... And then you're like, ah. I gotta keep reading.
He makes fun of me now for my books, and he's making that into a joke.
Yeah, her books involve erotica. Every time I walk in the room, she's either watching people dry humping on Sex in the City. She's reading. I'm like, what was going on?
And Bridgerton's a lot of sex too. The thing in those books, it is so random that it's like, you're just like reading. It's like a rom-com, but most rom-coms don't really have.
Where's the com? It seems like a lot of rom, in my opinion. Every time I walk in, it's all rom.
I guess they are more roms. Dirty roms.
Rom-coms.
It should be called rom-coms.
Rom-coms.
What did you say the lady said they were called?
Smut.
Smut books.
Which I don't know what that stands for, but
I don't know, but it sounds like what it is. That sounds pretty perfect for it.
Smut.
A smut.
I'll be in the bathtub with my smut book, and I'm like, get out of here, pervert.
And it is, you're just like reading a regular like cute meat scene, and then it builds, and she's like, and then I unzipped his pants, and it's like a whole sex scene.
Ew. Chill.
But the cover is always like something so cute.
Guys don't read that. That's like I've never seen a male smut book.
But then we were looking at Target books yesterday, and we're like, what do men read?
The only thing I remember, what was that book growing up? It was called I remember my first
Holes?
No.
Did you ever read Holes?
I remember.
Holes was, I remember, one of the first books like you had to read in school that people actually liked. Then they made a movie about it.
Called? Fuck.
What was it about?
It was like some guy's just stories of like all this shit.
Was it the guy who peed the bed?
What was that called?
Do you remember? Was it him? He was an asshole.
He was an asshole, but yeah, what was...
Say, right, guy that pissed the bed and blames it on the girl book. I read it too. It was a really famous book, and I will never forget the pee scene.
It was like a picture of him on the cover.
Wait, did it not pull that up?
No, there's like a million.
Oh, that's gonna
it's like children books.
No, I know the book you're talking about because I read it. Oh, you guys are listening and probably like, we know what it is. Asshole guy book tells story about peeing the bed and blaming
Here it
the
is.
girl.
I hope they serve beer in hell.
Yes, that is it.
That's like a male version of, but even though there's no romance, like he would talk about like bullshit of like, oh, then I hooked up with this girl and blah blah blah. But I'm Tucker Max. It's so funny. But it's like, it's funny. I would be reading it and laughing, and I would actually laugh at some of the shit.
Yeah,
it was
the
funny.
book was good.
But I'm like, halfway through, you're like, how does this guy remember so many stories and like details down to like, and then I move the thing, and then she said, and I'm like, oh, this is probably fake.
Oh, I don't remember that, but yeah, I'm sure.
No, I mean,
he filled in the blanks.
but this one was, this was like the only smut book I guess I could say.
Guy smut book. I hope they serve beer.
I mean, talk
in
about
hell.
it. Look at the cover.
Yeah,
of
oh
this.
my god. Yeah, he was such a douche. I will never forget the story that he peed a girl's bed.
Blamed her.
And he blamed her.
So stupid.
And I was like, and this was my pee era. Like that came out when I was in college. And I was like, I don't think I could ever like fully like get away with that.
Pissing someone's bed and blaming them?
Like, and then believing it. Because in the book, she believed him and apologized.
I remember that story now where she's like, oh my God, and she had the gym shorts on or
yeah, I
some
think
shit
like
like
she
that.
paid to like, gave him money, like, or something like that.
I mean, I can see if somebody was so confident of like, you did it. I mean, I don't know. It's so weird. It's like, I would be like, I'm fucking pissed.
Wonder what that guy's up to now. What's his name?
Tucker Max.
Let's see where Tucker Max is
Probably made
now.
a good chunk of money off that.
Where is Tucker Max? Tucker Max. It says prison in Arkansas.
No
What
way.
if that was actually him? Where does Tucker Max? I think the name's too popular. Looks like he has a wife and kids now. In the
he probably made
podcast.
a F-ton off that damn book.
The real Tucker Max.
I think they wrote another one too after it. Like, what you're like, Jesus Christ. Writing a book would be interesting. I don't think I can ever.
I wanted to write a book to sell after stand-up shows, like an adult kids book called My First Anal.
What?
I thought that would be a funny, like, fake kids book.
It's like cartoons.
Yeah, they do, like, adult kids books. That's, like, a thing.
Oh, yeah. I
People
get it.
buy as, like, a Spencer's gift.
Like, what's another example of another one that they
No,
do
that's
sell?
the one I wanted
No,
to.
I do. They, like you said, do they?
Oh, there's a bunch of them. They're stupid, but people like them. Adult
My
kids
first anal.
books.
Jesus Christ, Mandy.
I thought that'd be funny.
You should do a book called
Everybody masturbates. Mommy's giant melons. Wanna bone. In my daddy's belly.
It's a good example of the stuff your family laughs at, and I'm sitting there quietly. I'm so uncomfortable right now. Oh my God, look at this one.
Oh my gosh, that is true.
My cock and balls. I'm just like,
Anyways. Well,
my first anal.
I'm going to be 34 in a couple days.
You don't
I
look
like to not
34.
say my age, but you guys all hear it because
You
people
don't look
always on the
34.
podcast ask how old I am. Thank you.
People on my videos today, one guy goes, this guy looks like he's in his 40s or 50s. And I wrote back, I'm fine with getting roasted, but you're not even remotely accurate. I go, that's not even, like if people look at me like, I'm not 50.
Yeah. You
You
don't
look-
look 50.
You look great.
Thank you.
You look 28.
Aw, that's so sweet.
So fun when girls get older. You're just like, you look 29, which sounds weird.
I-
You don't look a day over 31.
I wonder if it wasn't for women's eggs dying, if it wouldn't be such a problem. And I wonder if it's just the fact that women are so criticized with how they look is the age thing. Of like, why do women hide their age more than men hide their age?
Probably looks.
I-
Or they just don't want to see. They don't want to seem. I don't know.
But a guy saying his age older is like, oh my God, he's like so mature.
It's so funny. Guys out here don't tell you their age. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. What is this?
That is such an
That is
LA
the
thing.
weirdest. For a man to not say your age is like a guy being like, I'm not telling you how much I weigh. I'm like, what the hell is your problem? Just tell me how much you fucking weigh. What am I gonna? That's so strange to me.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter either gender, but girls like to hide it more. But a guy hiding their age is so weird.
Even a girl, you're like, maybe I'm not gonna ask in a crowd of people, which it's like, I don't know. That's so insane to me. Where people are like, they hold that like it's not a fact of you.
Uh-huh.
This is you're like, it's literally on your identification. Just tell me it.
But yeah, people will hide, like, so you can't find it online, and like,
We know that one comic who literally lies about his age.
there's a bunch.
You
There's
Google
a bunch
his
of
name,
people.
and it says he was born the year I'm born, but we've looked it up where he's literally born 4 years older.
I don't know if they want like different.
That's insane to me.
It is weird.
You're like, I mean, what's the outcome of this?
I don't know.
You die, and they're like, I thought he was 60. Like, dude, he's like 95.
I feel like women hide their age like the same way like the expiration date is on a carton of eggs.
Women hiding their age, I think, is kind of stupid. I think the weight, sure, if you're really that worried. But even,
I'd rather hide my age than my weight.
I mean, your weight, you're like, I guess it makes more sense, easier to hide your age when women are like, I'm not telling you how much I weigh. I'm like, I can see how much you weigh.
Yeah.
You might as well just tell me because my eyes are making up a number and I'd rather you just hear the real one. People are not confident. I'm glad you said your age because it doesn't matter.
34 sounds weird. I think.
No, it sounds more weird. 37. Quit bitching. 34 sounds gross. And
I really don't want to go past 35.
My eyes watering. It's falling apart.
What advice would you have for what? Okay, not advice for me, but like, what is something you've learned in your 30s as advice? I have something. I could go first while you think, unless you're ready.
I think this goes for any age. Don't, because look how much we reminisce. Like, oh, remember when you were, oh, it's so fun to be young in your 20s. And in your 20s, I don't think you were aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
So now sometimes I try to think when I'm 45, I'm going to look back and be like, damn, I wish I was 37 again. So I try to live now through the eyes of the guy who wishes he was here then.
Ooh, that's good. Mine.
Kissed by a rose once again.
Ooh, I had to do it.
Hey, it's good. But yeah, every time I sing, Mandy has to fucking duet it. Every time I start singing, I hear Mandy just sing, Kissed by a rose.
I let him get the first verse and I pop in for the second, for the duet.
Yeah, we don't need that.
I think it's cute.
I have a solo album. I don't need your back.
If you're going to sing a song out loud that people know the lyrics to, it's free range to jump in.
All right.
My advice for people is something I was trying to work on today, is that when things go wrong, look at them as lessons.
Nice.
Of, okay, now I know next time this arises how to avoid it. Or now I know that this is something you're not supposed to do. I won't do it again. So then you just learn. But the thing is what I said earlier, is sometimes I'm just sick of learning. But I did see something that sounds like cheesy, but I did see something on Instagram that I really liked. And now I just have the dude's shit from that book. But it was something of like growing is learning opposites. Like you have to save money. If you save money, you're going to feel broke. If you go to the gym to get stronger, you're going to feel weak. Like you do all these things like
to counteract the other thing.
No. While you're doing something that makes you stronger, you're going to feel weaker. Like so to grow, in the moment of growing, you feel like you're doing the opposite of what you're actually doing.
That's a great point.
And I think
so you feel the negative rather than
you feel
in the pursuit of the better thing. You're gonna feel the thing you're running from.
Yes,
in a weird way.
In which it gave like the example of like in therapy, once you start therapy, you're gonna feel broken, like everything's a mess and scattered. Right. And when in reality, during that, you're fixing it.
So for the record, people, when you feel good, you're actually doing pretty bad. If you think things are going well, it's because you're avoiding. Yeah, you're doing bad.
Yeah, so if you're feeling like shit, you're nailing it.
That means you're going the better way. But if you feel great, get off your high horse. Your plane's going down.
So have a great day.
Yeah.
All right, we did it. We did the birthday
episode. Happy birthday to you. She doesn't want to do it. This one. Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mandy. Happy birthday to you. Blow out the candles. Remember,
ASMR.
surprise or tradition.
Thank you guys so much
just
for
disappear.
watching. Bye. Oh, he's gone.